some versions of us disappear quietly. Others fight for survival. And sometimes the hardest part of growth is realizing the person you used to be is begging you not to change. Hi, and welcome. I once heard about a man who kept an old shirt in the back of his cupboard for years. He never wore it anymore. It no longer fit him properly, the color had faded, and the parts of the fabric had started tearing near the sleeves. But one day, his wife asked him, "Why do you still keep this? You never even touch it." And after staying silent for a few seconds, he said something strange. He said, "Because the man who used to wear this shirt thought his life would turn out differently." That answer stayed with me. Because maybe all of us have something like that hidden somewhere in our lives. An old photograph, a saved message, a dream we never let go of, a version of ourselves we still visit in our minds sometimes. Not because we want to go back, but because some part of us still misses the person we were before life changed us. There was a version of you that believed love would always stay. A version that trusted people more easily. A version that thought success would arrive sooner. A version that imagined life would become clearer with age. And little by little, life challenged every one of them. Not out of cruelty, but out of necessity. Because sometimes the person we become can only emerge after the illusion of who we thought we were finally breaks apart. That process is painful. People talk about growth like it is exciting, motivational, beautiful. But real growth often feels more like confusion. You begin losing interest in things that once defined you. Conversations start feeling emptier. Places that once felt like home begin feeling distant. Even your own thoughts sound unfamiliar. And for a while, it feels like something inside you is dying. Because something is. An old identity, an old survival mechanism, an old dream that no longer fits the person you are becoming. And the strange part is, we don't only mourn people, we mourn versions of ourselves too. The confident child, the hopeful teenager, the person who tolerated pain just to keep others close, the version of us that kept shrinking itself so nobody would leave. Sometimes we carry these identities for so long that we mistake them for our true selves, until life forces a separation. A heartbreak, a failure, a betrayal. loneliness, exhaustion, and suddenly the personality we carefully built can no longer survive the weight of reality. That is why transformation often feels violent internally. Not because you're becoming weaker, but because your mind is trying to protect identities it spent years building. Even if those identities were hurting you. And maybe that is why healing can feel so uncomfortable at first. Because healing does not always mean gaining something. Sometimes it means losing the need to be chosen by everyone, losing the fear of disappointing people, losing the version of yourself that survived by constantly abandoning its own needs. There are parts of us that simply cannot follow us into the next chapter of our lives, and holding on to them forever can quietly destroy us. I think that is why some people disappear emotionally after difficult years. Not because life defeated them, but because they are standing between two identities. One is familiar, the other is unknown. And human beings will often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar freedom. But eventually there comes a moment where you understand something important. The goal was never to preserve every version of yourself forever. The goal was to keep becoming, to outgrow fear, to outgrow illusions, to outgrow the identities built only to survive. Maybe some versions of you really did have to die. Not because they were failures, but because they carried you as far as they could. And now, someone wiser is trying to emerge from their ashes. Try to seek the unfamiliar freedom. Think about it, and I'll see you in the next thought.